Hello, I'm back with another video. And this video goes out to all the third parties, or as I like to call them, 30s. 3RD apostrophe S. 30s. These are the third parties that put out broken, buggy, rushed games, and then act surprised when the game doesn't sell well. This also includes those who put out a game that they delay in order to multi-plat and price in an absolutely insane manner. This video goes out to all of those. So, let's get this party started. Okay, I'm back, and it's time to get down to it. Now, what prompted me to make this video is something that happened to me today. Something that basically put into stark contrast. You know, as a Nintendo only, well, not a Nintendo only, but Nintendo primary gamer, like I have a PS3, I have a PS2, I have a PS1, I have a Dreamcast, but you know, I kind of lived in this bubble that I thought, well, only Nintendo gets shafted with these shoddily made third-party games. But no, 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 no! This happens on all platforms. and I'll make my point very clearly. Now, today, we had a couple of parties at my business. One was a dude who wanted to shock his girlfriend. Let's see, what time is it? Scheduled to start at 4 o'clock. It's 5:38 now. And basically, he wanted to shock his girlfriend by sticking in a custom cart in one of our Neo Geo machines that basically asked her to marry him. Okay, she's an arcade lover. He's an arcade lover. God bless him. I don't know how he got his custom cart made, but God bless him. So, and Dave and Buster's wouldn't let him do it, but small time McGee me, okay, let him do it. So basically, that party happened, and then we have a birthday party today that some kids' parents took them out of school and took them to our place, and it was nice. They dropped off ice cream cake. We stuck it in our freezer. You know, nice stuff. But anyway, after I took care of the preparations for that earlier today, I left work. You know, started calculating for certain expenditures that I was going to have to make this year. Thanks a lot, healthcare. And basically, I went by a friend's house because we went to school together, and he lives in the area. And I played a little bit of his. He has Killer Instinct as well for the Xbox One, and oh god, Jesus, it's an unfinished game. It's like 2/3 of a completed game. Well, not even 2/3. It's 1/3 of a completed game because there's no arcade mode yet. Not all the characters are playable. I mean, what bullshit is this? What bullshit? Seriously, what the fuck, man? So that leads me to my first point. Just people. What is it with third parties releasing games to meet a deadline and the game is broken, unfinished, or buggy as hell, and they think people should be okay with it? They think people should be, oh, well, you know, thank God I can play this game. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'd rather play a finished game than one that needs numerous patches. Okay? Now, I'm going to talk about 4 cases, including the first one I just mentioned, Killer Instinct being an unfinished game, you know, and how it's a damn shame. I mean, seriously, you can't buy a car. I mean, buying a video game, you're buying a product. Like, you're not going to buy a pizza and pay for a whole pizza and like, they bring slices to your house as they finish the pizza. Oh, you wanted 4 pizzas? Well, okay, I can give you half of one of them and half of the other 2, and we'll bring the rest later on. What type of... Video games are the only industry where people can get away with giving you half-ass service and people still buy the product. I never understood that. Like, here's the way I'm going to look at it, okay? If you are a third-party developer and you can't pull out a game that is playable day one, out of the box, out of the disc pack, downloaded, whatever, however you got the game, then it should be, you know, it should be on you to fix it, okay? And you should be giving people their money back. Or at least a discount. Something, I mean. So, you know, case in point, PS3 and 360. Now, I thought the 360 got off relatively unscathed during this fiasco, but apparently not. And I'm talking about the craptastic game, well, in terms of bugginess and glitchiness, craptastic Skyrim. Now, this game was a buggy, glitchy mess. It had major issues on the Xbox 360. It had major issues on the PS3, even more so than the Xbox 360. You cannot tell me that Bethesda did not know that game was having problems. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that. That's like me going to my business, opening it up, you know, getting everything wiped down, everything ready, you know, for everyone to come in later on that day, and there's a water stain, and I'm like, oh, well, just ignore it. They won't know about the water leaking from out of my kitchen. They'll never know. There's no way I could not have known about it if I saw it. There's no way these people did not know that game was that fucking buggy and glitchy. No way. No way. No way. I'm talking, I played Skyrim on PS3 when they were patching the patches to fix the patches to fix the patches to fix the patches. And I'm talking, like, because Skyrim's the type of game where you have marathon gaming sessions. You want to put the controller down, but you're like, no, wait, let me just get to this one point. And I'm talking characters falling through the floor. I'm talking about NPCs disappearing entirely. I'm talking about you go into your house and the thing freezes while it's loading your house. There's no way these people did not know this game was that fucking buggy and glitchy. And Bethesda has the nerve to get their ass on their shoulders about systems to put their games on. That's the funny thing. It's too late for Nintendo to talk to us. Look, you know what? I don't want your broken, glitchy ass games on my system. You arrogant pricks. So anyway, that leads me to my third group of offenders. Ubisoft and their Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell. Any game that basically isn't oversimplistic, Ubisoft requires a huge fucking patch for. This is a known fact. Now, listen. I'm not a game programmer. But we were told that Assassin's Creed 4 had a 1,000-man team. And they still needed a patch to fix for stability issues when it came out? Really? Either you have the most oblivious quality and assurance testers in the world, or that game was rushed. And I'm going to say it's a combination of two, because some of the shit that needed to be fixed in that patch clearly could have been fixed if it wasn't rushed. But that's just me. I'm talking about in one of the stealth sessions at one of the island bastions where you have to go into a fort, and you're stealthily creeping around, and you're in bushes, and all the other guards miss it, but there's a dude way on the other side of the action sequence who sees you and calls the alarm, even though you're hiding in a bush and stealthed out. Like, Assassin's Creed 4. There's no way these people didn't know this game was that glitchy. There's no way. No one is that naive or is that oblivious to problems. That leads me to another issue, and this is Square Enix. Square Enix, along with Ubisoft, put out 2 games, delayed them to multi-plat them, and basically they bombed on all the systems except the one system they delayed it for that it was supposed to come to solely initially. And I'm glad, because they sabotaged their own systems. For all of you third parties that have just been screwing yourselves over, shooting yourselves in the foot, and then taking your wound and pouring salt and vinegar on it, I salute you. You people are dumb as shit. Stay tuned for the epilogue of this video, where I will be discussing maintenance and other things that have nothing to do with third parties being incredibly stupid. Okay, excuse me, I'm back, and this is just general maintenance and that type of thing. This video was talking about the third parties that have just need to get their shit together. But tomorrow I'll be uploading a video talking about third parties who have done a pretty good job and need to keep it up. It's going to be a shorter video because there haven't been that many that have not been fucking up as of late, but we'll try and keep it positive and upbeat. Also, the questionathon is happening Sunday live at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and 5 o'clock Pacific Time, Pacific Standard Time. So keep those questions rolling in. I will leave a link in the description field as to where you can send your questions. Some people have left some questions in the comment section. I'll try and transcribe those and print those out so that I have them as well. And if I don't have enough questions, I'll ask some of the students I tutor to send some questions in, because gotta have enough questions for a questionathon. And I'll try to be brief. So, look forward to tomorrow's positive video about third parties that haven't been screwing up, and keep those questions rolling in for the questionathon. Sunday, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.